start week 22 with the introduction of the Roddy Picker external. Watch as the boys use the oblique and the foot stomp as the attacking connection before applying the Roddy Picker. Clearly the boys are not attacking the ankle with the foot stomp for obvious reasons, but hopefully we can all see that it's just sat there begging to be exploited. Here we can all see the Roddy Picker and the connection a little slower. Now we move on and continue developing the leg traps. This week the boys attack the legs from the back. This is shown in a basic form because obviously the attack should be ballistic and with the intention of damaging the legs. Note how the boys control the opponent with their shoulder in order to create a fulcrum point. And obviously the wrench across the legs is clearly applied in a passive manner in training for safety again. Two insert shots give us a closer look at this particular exercise. If we are catching the process, we should be able to see how the boys are working their way around the body, week by week with all of this work. In the end, it's just so simple, but in the beginning, it's not always so clear. But hey, that's why we're training every day, right? The counter-destruction of the trap is fueled once again by the now legendary Pensador. It has so much potential in all areas, it's mind-boggling. Our challenge is to work them all out and then cultivate them. If we look carefully, we can see that the basic counter-destruction has two elements to it. One is clear to see, and the other, well, can you see it? Now the boys move on in this class and take a quick look at the grab from the back. This is another exercise that's simple but really quite explosive. It's all about our instinct and our reactive application. If we train intelligent, well, the answer is obvious, eh? are many reference points associated with the development of this area, but we shall look at a few of the major basics, as this will help us to understand what our objectives really are. The following inserts show a few of the many possibilities with this work. This process of development is vast, so we can only touch on a couple of things at any one given time, but it's still cool and it looks really good. On with the focus pads, and let's up the tempo a bit. But first I think a bit of walking and talking is in order. The good part in truth is that these exercises are just a consequence of the isolated work from earlier in the class. So if we are training properly, it shouldn't be too hard to see everything a little clearer by now. There is a massive trade-off going on in there. The predator is receiving for sure, but also replying with some pretty tasty counter-destructions now. Keeping the blood moving is the only way to sustain life, hence we must apply ourselves like this consistently. For us, this kind of training is like a musician having a really good jamming session. We live, feel and absorb the moment. When we plant a seed in the ground, we first need to make sure that we plant the right seed. But just because we've now planted the right seed doesn't mean that we shall reap the rewards, for example the fruit. We need to cultivate the seedling every day if we want our reward. Training is no different. Even if we have good information, we need to cultivate it every day in order to attain the rewards. all in all, this is a great exercise that will give much in return. We say many times, invest wisely in the beginning and the future will be rich, but fall short now and you will be working hard all of your life, and probably to no avail. So be careful, invest wisely now and train hard now. Well, 2 classes left to go in the green grade. So are you ready for the blue? Okay, enjoy and have fun.